name's Sean Mead. I'm a Managing Director and Environmental Scientist at a Raglan-based company called Ecoast, which is a marine research and consulting company.
My name's Dean Armstrong and I'm the Chief Technical Officer at Versiant. Versiant is a company of wireless connectivity specialists.
So I'm Professor Natalie Jackson. My doctorate was in demography, and I'm now the Director of the National Institute for Demographic and Economic Analysis.
My PhD study set me up in my career for sure. Really, I started consulting while I was still doing my PhD. I actually went part-time in the last few years because it got so busy. I'd always intended to start my own company and work for myself, but really in that area, especially the surf and enhancement, nowadays it's grown even more.
Yeah, so I studied in an area that was quite similar to what I've done in my career so far. But I think the real value that came out of it was in the more generic lessons in terms of the way you structure your thought, the way you're able to communicate ideas both in a written and oral fashion, and also just the way you can recognise your point of difference and the important parts of a problem, the bits that make a real difference.
Well, as a demographer and with the issue of population ageing on the agenda, and certainly on government agendas around the world, it gives me the credibility. I'm constantly consulted by governments of all level, and I spent 15 years in Australia where I was regularly called on by all state governments and federal governments and treasurers and so on to explain to them what population ageing was.
Throughout my, my academic career, I always followed what I was really interested in. Not always what I was best at, definitely not, but what really interested me. And it is, harder these days that it's more about applied science. So actually trying to pick something that you think can move into an area. However, there's a lot more support for that kind of science now. So really, yeah, just and doing things that doing a subject and following something that you're really passionate about. That's the way you get, I found I've got the best out of it anyway.
My key message would be to choose your research topic very carefully. I think it's really important that you're passionate about what you're doing there, because when the going gets tough, and it will get tough, the interest that you have in that is the thing that will carry you through.
Just the idea that I could, through the PhD, actually differentiate myself. So it's wonderful to have an undergraduate degree of any kind. It's wonderful to go on and do a little bit more, to do masters or any of the grad diplomas, but PhD, as I was saying before, you have this opportunity to really immerse in the topic, to really get a very deep grounding of a particular thing, and that you can become an authority, and if you like, you carry the torch and pass the knowledge on.